Hi everyone. Sorry about that. We had a little technical challenge, but we sorted it out. So we are up and running. Um, Welcome again to another live. We really appreciate the time that you've taken to come here. And of course, you'd have seen on the title that we are actually here to celebrate our first year as YouTubers. Yeah, it's been a year already, so time does fly. So we're just basically here just to say, thanks to everyone, and of course for those who are here for the first time. Your comments are, appreciated. For one, and also Johnny, just turn off the kitchen light for me. Yeah, your comments, we welcome, and of course, if you're here for the first time, you can do consider subscribing. Yeah, and as I said, it's been one year since we decided to be I don't know if I would call it YouTubers, but to share our little journey, to share that it will help somebody, and then if eventually this thing grows, then we are happy to see it grow and to be of help to others. And so we just want to, again, because when we started out with a little bit of subscribers. Now we're at 293, I think, so like that.
Yeah.
And so we have grown. And so because we have grown, we know that there are persons out there who are actually listening, who are persons who are watching. And so we want to just say thank you and celebrate, the journey that we have had thus far. Anything you want
Yeah, basically what I've been saying. Yeah, first of all, just want to apologize again. No matter you try sometimes to make everything go perfect, something have a way to happen. And just want to say thanks for everyone that have already subscribed, and have been faithful to watching the videos. Continue to watch, continue to share. And this is today mark 1 year that we have started, as Carnel said, and we're hoping to do a lot of fun things and go to some fun places this year. So stay tuned.
Yeah. So we want to basically hear from you, what you think about what we have done so far. We want to, of course, take it up a notch this year, doing a lot more things. But also, you know, the conversations, the topics that we will look at, we're going to go even in more depth with the conversations that we've had. And of course, the main thing for us though is to actually have your participation, because when we hear from you, we can get a feel of if what we are saying is connecting, if it's making sense, if it's helping, because that is the aim for us being on YouTube. Basically, after the 20 years of marriage, we figured we would have something, we may have something to say regarding relationships and regarding our journey. So feel free, as I said, to comment and to share your views. Um, our intention today was to do a watch along thing, looking back at our first video. We wanted to do it live, and so as we react to it, we'll get your reaction. But technically, we our system is not suitable enough as yet
Yeah,
to
that's a
facilitate
downer.
that type of streaming. It requires a lot more memory and so forth. A more compact computer to facilitate that. So because that never happened, no, it still doesn't mean we're not going to do a live. So we decided we'd still come on and just have a chat with you guys. And so as you come on, please like the live. Also, just indicate who you are, where you're from, so and then we can have a conversation. Um, we started this journey simply because we believe we have something to say. And the fact that we have had so many of you subscribing, it tells us that we do have something to say and that persons are interested in listening to what we have to say. All right. And so this is now your time to literally speak to us, to have this interactive moment where you can tell us what you think, you can say hi, you can whatever it is that you want to say to us, and we will respond. We will talk about it. Um, so, and of course, you would have seen on the thumbnail that we had our champagne. Um, give thanks. We got it. It's actually I got it from work, so I didn't have to spend on any champagne. Just saying. So we have our champagne to celebrate the 1 year. Um, still recovering from the flu, but we have that to go with little bit from now. So you can tell us what's on your mind. Or as we say, if you're here, just indicate who you are, where you're from. And those who might have to send back link, but those who are regular persons, regular
Yeah, missing
people,
Sanderson.
we just want to say welcome, and we look forward to hearing from you. I know the link that we sent earlier may pose a challenge, so we're going to have to resend the link to everybody, and so hopefully more persons will join in later from now. Yeah. So yeah, what's on your mind? You can tell us, and we will discuss. Um, because as it stands now, we were anticipating. Okay, okay, okay. We were anticipating a lot more persons, but because I know the first link that we sent out would have basically flopped, so we have to send a different one. And so we're doing that just about now to get you guys on. Yeah.
Yes, so basically, yeah, that's a little downer. We weren't able to share the first video as we anticipated. It didn't fall through, so we just want to continue just really talk. So as you come on, just like up the live, and you can share. Tell us what are some of the things that you would like to see, or some of the topics that we have not discussed as yet that you would like to hear.
So I know we know that a number of persons, especially during this time, um, have had to deal with the same flu situation, and I like you sometimes the feeling that you feel you wonder if you catch corona because this the flu that is around it lingers, and I like to see you feel like you're dead or not, but you just have this lingering feeling, you know.
Hey,
Normally when
Carl.
I
Good night. Welcome. Good
hi
night. Good night.
hi everyone, good to see you, man. Normally when I have the flu, personally speaking, it probably stay for like 2 or 3 days and it's done, but this is lingering feeling that is there now. But the good thing about it, I'm well, I don't think none of us here are bedridden or have to be on
And I'm here.
constantly on medication or anything like that.
And we don't have the symptoms of what they say corona should be.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right,
Can't
Ron.
sleep without.
Nobody now flu no more. Is everybody if I know it just straight corona, don't it? Yeah. But um um the truth is I think this the symptoms that are associated with the coronavirus, you can definitively say whether or not is it you have, because you can look at the symptoms. Although a lot of the flu symptoms is similar to when them say persons have corona, it's similar symptoms. But I mean, as I say, still, I'm just happy that I'm up and about. So though it hit me down for about a day or day and a half there, but it never stay long. But it's sometimes you know it's this lingering feeling. Actually, I feel like chill and to take to Advil and tea, but I'm back again. So nothing to worry about. So tell us your thoughts though. I mean, again, as you say, we have been on YouTube for an entire year now. Today marks the 1 year anniversary of our first upload. And so we want to just, again, to all our subscribers, we want to tell you thanks for subscribing. We want to, and I know, like with some of the lives, um, oh, let me say it this way. Couple of things that we would love for all our subscribers to do. One, oftentimes we have I mean, 100 and hard views, but little comment, right? Sometimes my mommy does take over the whole comment section, which is of course welcome. I always say thanks, mom. But we want to hear a lot more. Hopefully this year, we want to hear a lot more from you guys. When we do post or videos and thing, we want to hear from you. So if you take a minute to drop a comment, then it will be very nice. It will be very encouraging.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have 100 views again, and then the likes are like less than 10% or 10%. I know that's a general thing I see it on YouTube, so I don't really feel about it. But um, your support comes through those type of initiative movements. Like either take a second and press like, and probably another 20 seconds to make a small comment. And so for we would like to see your comments more. We'd like to hear from you more. As I say, for the year for the entire year that we have been on it, I mean, I think we have heard a lot. I mean, sporadically, we have heard comments from persons. Most of the time, it's from persons.
Lioness,
uh,
Rohan.
Well, I was talking about persons who would directly message us
Oh.
instead of commenting in the in the comment section with a lot of encouragement from persons outside
Of the
of the
comment.
comments. You
That's
understand me?
okay.
And so those are what keep us going too. We'd still like to see your comments on the live, on the in the videos that we upload or in the lives that we do. Because when you do that, then others will see and others will want to comment also. You understand me? And of course, I say it encourages us. So that is a couple of things I would like to see in this year going forward. We also realize that a lot of the a lot of the views come when we do something different or we go places.
And when we talk about money, and we talk
Mhm.
about money, sex, vacation vlogs, and those things. So we already have an idea. What is it people really want to see or gravitate
Mhm.
after?
Mhm. So I mean those topics and the reaction that we get from those topics that we do indicates to us the type of conversations that you want us to have.
Yeah.
And so we are looking forward to doing that. As I say, as you come on, you can just indicate who you are. There are 4 persons watching now. We know Ron is one of them. So if there are 2 or 3 persons, you can indicate who you are, where you're from. Oh, hi Marlene. Good.
Yes, I was wondering where she is.
Good to see you. Happy New Year.
Welcome,
Happy New Year,
welcome,
Marlene.
Sandy.
I
Good
hope.
night.
Oh, and the other thing too, it's important, guys, that you turn on your post notification bell because when you turn on the post notification, whenever we make an upload, whenever we going live, you guys will get be the first persons to be notified.
But
So
something happened a while ago still, so maybe that throw off some of
yeah, I'm just talking that for like
general.
generally, because out of the 200 and had subscribers, it would love to see a lot more, at least 100 persons on the live or so. You
Yeah.
understand me? Because we want to be able to see.
Happy New Year to you too, Sandy. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. Same to you and the family.
Right.
Yeah, we want to see a lot more persons come on the live when we go live. And then and again, I don't we don't want to stress it or over stress it. Keep missing, see the notification. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I don't know if sometime the notification too low, you have to turn up your phone because it normally goes a bing and then you see
Color.
it comes up and indicating that these are having whatever whatever whatever. So it's important. What's the one way to keep reminding yourselves that we're going live or we're going to upload. Anything else you want to say?
No, basically, it's just that basically, of course, one of the things I know that I would love to take you guys with us. I don't know if well, I don't know if it would be alive, but like Don River in the summer. That's something we're definitely going to do as long as there's no such thing as no movement days. Again, life spirit, that's a must. You understand? And also, again, another thing I want to encourage, because I don't think that we're close off with any topics that happen within relationship and issues. So, if there's person that are watching who have genuine, what would you say, situations, that they would want us to talk about, they can suggest it. You can put it, you can just text that as well and suggest it. And of course, we'll be open to discuss and just talk about it.
One of the thing that I heard the thing called talk therapy. Sometimes you're going through a situation, and the situation you're going through requires you having a conversation with somebody. And I believe that based on how we have started off and the discussions we are very open to have the discussions with you guys. And sometimes I remember when Linus came on and she was, talking about her situation, and then
Yeah,
her husband himself came in. I hope you guys are watching. If you are, please indicate so.
that was
Linus and her
nice. Yeah.
husband. Yeah, and they came on and they were talking about, I think marriage and wanting to
Faith.
get married, and
Mm.
even the fact that she's living overseas, and she's a Christian as yet, and so forth and so forth. So there was basically no topic that was off limits. We may have a different perspective because of our Christian belief, not just belief or Christian decision, if you want to put it that way, right? So we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
Just want to encourage you guys to keep going on. Be patient. You will get theirs too in terms of fan base.
True, true, true.
Right now,
Thank you, Marlene. Thank you.
right now we're encouraged by our fan base. 500 and with us happy. Come on. We are encouraged, Marlene, and thank you for the encouragement. But we are encouraged because what we find, I mean, separate and apart from what other YouTubers will tell you that, just don't watch what the views or the comments or whatever. Just keep posting, keep doing whatever. Um, what encourages us is when we hear, like, even from you, Marlene, and others who say, carry on and continue. But trust me, we in it for we in it for the long haul. To ensure that at the end of the day, somebody will say, boy, I share it because not because them tell me to share, I share it because the information and what them saying makes sense, or what them saying is helpful. You understand me? So that is why we really, really are truly in it. We're in it to be that, to make an impact, to bring you over to this side to have a conversation that normally, is different then. Put it that way, the conversation is different. Yes? And at the same time, you're talking to some real people
People,
who will
yeah.
give you real talk, real advice.
And it encourages us too.
And just like how 600 come up and I mean only say one like, somebody not press the like, they like it. That is so. And again, as you come on, feel free to just say who you are, where you're from, all right? So we can have this conversation. I want to make sure I pull away before I get cold because it's not under any ice.
Yeah, because one of the things that I've noticed when I look back over on the first video to know with even to myself, I remember the first vlog. Oh my god, I was so shy. I was so shy and so conscious of the camera, but it's just that over time, especially with the lives, the the more oops, the more interaction that we have with you guys, it's like sometimes I forget that thank you, I'm sitting and I'm talking in front of a camera because I get so comfortable, and you can tell on previous videos there was the first one
Mm-hmm.
that was something else. I think that
Cheers.
was at Hope Gardens, but I remember the second vlog, which was the one we sat in the chair here. No, but could we start? The amount of time we have to start over. I just literally it just felt weird and I felt conscious to be just talking into a camera. But over time, the more that we interact with you guys and so and hear people, texting us and say boy they're encouraged and whatnot, it encourage us and become more comfortable and all of that.
Yeah. And that's why we wanted to do
So I really appreciate you guys.
we wanted to do the review
Review, yeah, that's
because I mean that I think we had a decision. We came to the decision to have to go on to do the channel from December 2020,
20, yeah.
and on the day it was I think no, I think Michelle had said to me from a
Oh
month,
wow.
and I wasn't quick on the draw because I understood, and I don't think she fully did understand what she wanted, what she was saying.
You were
She see the thing, and people can make money from it, and this and that.
no, but that
Yes,
wasn't it. I
sir.
used to I watch a lot of YouTubers, and
But
some of them are.
so
I'm
now,
sorry, it's foolishness. Well, not really foolishness. They're more on the prank side and doing some unorthodox things, and it really makes you laugh. I mean, so just like how people find the time to sit, like myself, and watch these bloggers and laugh
mhm,
and really say, "Oh my God, people really, really doing this." Then I'm saying that because I know that you normally encourage people, and there are some persons from time to time will call me and with little disgruntledness and try to encourage them or whatnot. And I say, so we could have a channel where we really talk about even some of the stuff that we go through or been through and so because there must since as we have gone through some stuff, there must be other people who are going through stuff and they may feel that, oh my god, this is the end of the world. And I say, no, it's not the end of the world. If it was the end of the world, we would last it so long. But if we can just talk to people, let them know, hello, it's okay. You're going through this. It's a part of the process within your relationship. It's a part of the process. It's about what you want to take from it. You understand? And not to look at it as, oh, he or she's the worst person. Why they're doing this or saying this to me? No. From you get over those things. Well, we did, and it helped us to become even better and stronger. So I said, well, how about we share it with people? So kind of was saying, you're so secretive. You sure you want to go on social media to share your business? And I just couldn't shake it. I couldn't shake the idea. And that's why I keep saying it to him. And the truth is, I have no regrets. I'm really happy that we did start. and we're still doing it because the more that we are open about even our situation, I say encourage me as well. You do
So Mar-
encourage us.
so Marlene says that well, her encouragement to us is that we should continue because we can do with more clean, decent blogs. And also she's saying that you have yes, Michelle, you are so much more at ease. No,
What can
not
I tell
shy at all.
you?
Yeah, because I find that maybe because I do public speaking. I mean, at church and so forth, so it's probably less easier for me. But the main thing for me in starting the channel was for her to understand that we're gonna put ourselves out there, and we will put ourselves out there. We're going to be subject to criticism. We're going to be subject to people's comments, good, bad, and indifferent. And we have to have a thick skin to do that. I mean, I know there are persons who don't allow persons to comment, and there are persons who allow, and we do that because we believe that
Welcome,
whatever
Carlene.
comments come, we can deal with it. We can handle it.
Welcome, Carlene. Welcome.
Hi, Carly. Oh, Marlene. Oh,
Carlene with the
Carlene.
Carlene.
Oh,
Yeah,
Carlene
sorry,
says she
Car.
seconds what Marlene says.
Marlene said.
Nice. Yeah. So I mean, so because I understood that what it's gonna happen, I wanted her to understand that this is what it's gonna take, and I think over time, I think we have grown overall into it. I mean, more comfortable now, because I mean, especially when you're doing a video, you literally have to be talking to the camera as though somebody's there. And I find that we are we are way relaxed now, not really we kind of
Thank
too
you,
concerned
Carlene.
about and then because we can edit too, so sometimes we make some errors, but we can easily
Yeah.
just fix them and take what we want to cut. So but I mean, as we said, still you guys can tell us. Thanks, Carlene.
Carlene.
You can tell us. I mean, what was the most memorable vlog for you, or the most memorable video? You can tell us some of the moments you remember that
Yeah.
were outstanding in your mind. I know one of the outstanding one for me was when, well, I normally just talk and just talk my mind and be very relaxed. But I remember when we were talking about, was it? I think it was when our wedding night or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
When we were talking about us being
Mhm.
virgins and so forth. And I remember when we were talking about our first time, or one of the times, should say, when we oiled each other,
Oh, yeah.
or no, we never
That's a
really oil
lot.
each other. I oil her, I put, being romantic and thing, and rub baby oil on her, and as we came together, I just slid off.
Yeah,
Slips.
that was an experience.
Yeah. So, and I mean, those things we don't have no problem to share because it's a part of the experience. And we want person, especially those who are like, just getting married, or, just getting into sexual intercourse and so forth. Even if you hear the real thing and hear the truth, you understand
Yeah.
me? Especially those who are Christians. So we just start the real things.
Yeah. My most memorable vlog was the first ever vlog. You could not get a good take. Every time almost it was, and it was a mistake, but I was so nervous. I just couldn't settle down. And then I get so caught up. Truly, one of my worst thing I think about vlogging was the fixing. Always a fix up. It took a while. It was like just a mirror, especially the vlogs that are not alive.
Mm.
Just keep fixing up. Till you have to say, wait, I'm not done yet. So you have to be conscious of those things to know that, all right, you're talking to people. so you can't fidget so much and thing. But
At
it
the
was
same time,
alright.
I think we just being relaxed and
Yeah.
just if it tap me tap me because I don't think even though you still fix your ear,
Sometimes it don't go weird.
you know.
Jesus.
I remember when I'm a coworker said to me, say, boy, I mean, make you nervous for the first video. I'm like, ah, come on, Andre. I was one of my coworker said, you make your wife nervous. I said, no, I mean, actually, me, I try make her relax. You know, what but I mean, I think it's just the fact that it's your first time, so so accustomed to it yet. So,
Yeah.
you know, but I think overall, no, we have grown, and it is far easier to do whatever. When I think that I'm careful of doing like when we're going on the road, I will do the vlogs. We do the vlogs with persons. I'm careful not to video
People.
put my phone in people's
People's
face.
face.
You'll notice that in some of the videos, some of the time it's a people foot, not the video, because I'm not sure if they're okay. So like if I go somewhere, if I'm doing a vlog, I will ask the person, I'm doing a vlog. That's okay with you? And the person will say yes. I remember we go to the sports store in Arbitrary, just come. And I stepped in and asked the lady, I'm doing a vlog. She said, no, no. I said, all right. So I didn't bother try and we call it now, sneak the camera in
Yeah.
and still do something. I just respected her rights to not, you know. I mean, not to have her, but because what I do is just, I think it's an opportunity miss for her because she don't know how many persons watch our thing, which would have then boost her thing again, but she missed the opportunity. But those little things are what makes me conscious, like, me no want put nobody in the camera who no
Who don't
want to
want
be
to be
there.
there.
And so if I go somewhere and I will doing a vlog, we make sure ask person, let them say yes, I show me. But if not, because that is a level of consciousness that we have to operate with.
Yeah, that's true.
And we see other YouTubers, I mean, them go about them thing and whatever. So just like oh we live we kind of do trial and error. We watch other YouTubers and see how they do it, and then we just follow suit in terms of certain technical things. But I realize that most of the time, just being yourself and natural is
This
what
one,
works.
yeah.
Just be yourself and naturally do what you're doing. I mean, with the consideration, if you're in the presence of other persons, you want to make sure somebody them you get them permission to do whatever. But it has been a nice journey. One thing that encourages me is when I see persons comment.
Yeah.
Um, and as I said, a lot of time we get comments outside of the comments section. Persons, message us one away on our phone, whether through WhatsApp or whatever. And so just like how you guys come on the live now and comment, that's how I want more
Yeah,
persons
that's good.
to comment where we go upload. Um, So yeah, we're celebrating 1 year and we look forward to another year, God's willing.
Yeah.
We have a lot more topics and a lot more stuff to discuss. Um, we we want to I mean reach 1,000 subscribers, but as Marlene says, we just have to push on
Be
and take our time
patient.
and be patient. Um, I know like for like our watch hours, that is going up nicely, which means that you guys are watching what we put
They're
out,
yeah interested.
and the interest is there to see what we have put out. So we are just encouraged by your
Support.
support, right? We're really encouraged by your support. So I mean, if there's anything anybody want to say to us other than what has been said already, feel free. We won't have a everlasting long life tonight. But we just wanted to come on live and just say, guys, thank you for the
Thank
support,
you.
and we are
I
celebrating
appreciate each and every one of
one
you.
year.
Even Lioness that is not here. Um,
Yeah, all the persons who
all the
normally come,
persons that have
you
typically,
know.
persons who remain like Marley, and Miss Grant,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
would take some
yeah,
time. Even yeah, when my not my Lord, his
yeah,
friend, my
Christopher.
Christopher,
Hmm.
you know,
Always commenting.
yeah, always commenting. Even this young lady, oh Lord, they're a married couple as well, have a little daughter. They have a channel as well, mom.
Oh, La Vida,
La
La
Vida
Vida, La Vida
Jennings.
Jennings.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're watching La Vida, hi, big up yourself. I mean, she'll go and go to your
With
channel
our
too.
channel. Thank you also for your support.
Yeah,
You know, the other persons who repost,
yeah.
on Facebook. Even Colleen Beaumont, I know she reposts a lot.
Mhm.
I know Miss Janet support, Michelle, Sandy, everybody. Appreciate all of you, every one of you. Carlene,
So Colin says your content is good. You can also invite other couples to share their experience.
beautiful. That's one more thing.
Well, that we have some ideas along that line to Carlin because we have some friends who we gather every Saturday evening, well most
Yes.
Saturdays, and we have a little thing. So we plan to incorporate some other persons too, and thing. So yeah, you're touching something that we are thinking about.
And you're welcome to Uncle Craig.
And you and Craig need to come on board. So Martin, you agree? Remember you don't live far now, Martin.
They stay there.
So you say you agree? Remember you don't live far. So uh, we just again for those who coming on, please you can just indicate who you are. Five persons on. So we know that there are three persons on who have indicated who they are already. So that a person can just indicate, say hi, say something to us, as we celebrate our first year anniversary on YouTube.
Yeah.
It feels short.
Yeah, time
It
fly,
feels
man.
short, like that
It
one
come
year
like it
actually
was
gone already.
yesterday.
Yeah, it feels short.
Really does.
And yes, we bust the champagne already, so it's
My glass will
yeah.
finish.
Somebody say yes, and why do your content cover current happenings, get feedback, etc. No problem. No problem. No problem. Um, because in but when you say widen your content, when Martin says widen your
Like
content,
issues that are happening.
give us how wide is it that you're thinking that we can go? Because one thing that I know
Yes,
Michelle
YouTube words.
Michelle is saying is that we have to do, like because whatever it is that we use to grab the attention of persons, we can continue in that same path,
Yeah, because
right? But I am also for widening the content. But when you say widening the content, how wide are you looking at?
maybe politics. Well, we don't like politics there, but issues that happen around us.
So Marlene says she and Ozzy can come on one. Of
Not a
course,
problem. A matter of fact, we need to line up
of
somebody.
course. So, but we will be in contact, Marlene. We'll be in contact. I will just have a group session where all of us just link up and talk. Yeah. So like a plan. So we will be in touch with you most definitely. Most definitely.
This is warm.
So six persons are on now. Kindly indicate who you are. You must can say I am so and so and so. Yes? I said I know you mainly speak on marriage and relationships. Yes, we do. Um yeah. So all right, so you know that. So what else would you want to hear? Let me see if we are thinking on the same page. And if you're here and you have not yet liked the live, please do so now. Thank you. It only takes a second. 3 seconds. Okay. All right. So while Marlene types, or she's indicating whatever, we just want to say again that we really appreciate everybody, all that you guys have said to us. I mean, all the encouraging words that we have received. Want to say that we really appreciate it, and the fact that we are on it, and we continue to come up with ideas, and we continue to get at least above 100 views. We are encouraged. You understand me? And of course, we can't reiterate it enough that when you indicate or you make your comments, we are encouraged by that, and we know we can get ideas from what you would want to hear or what you'd want to see. And so, example, we have in a pandemic now. We could talk about how it affect the family. Talk about the fears that comes with it.
Oh, we have
Um,
vlog we did it
Marlene, you missed it
too.
because we
We
did have we did have
did.
a conversation around that.
Yeah.
We looked at being there for persons going
Yeah,
through situation and thing. So yeah, but I understand. I think we get the picture though. You're saying
yeah,
like stay current.
that's
If
true.
something is happening currently, we can stay current with it. That way, I mean, because I mean, there's certain honestly though, there's certain things we just I wouldn't say we shy away from doing, like the whole thing with crime and thing. I don't like, and then if you have certain mix up type of things, we not really jump on it. The other day with the pastor man, we're doing thing. I mean, we make sure not call him names. We just talk about the situation that God is not mocked, and whatever man
Yeah.
sow, we're gonna reap.
But
Um,
basically, you did because I wasn't really interested.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think there was just too much being said about
But
him.
it was it would have for me it would have been too much to know that as a Christian you
Yeah,
have
I
nothing to
think you
say
did the
about it.
right thing.
And then now the whole situation with the crime.
Hmm.
I wish we could do more than just talk about it because I mean I just tried to stay positive, to be honest with you. We could have liked the fact that I mean little boy was 9 year old throat was slashed.
It's in.
And so I, I don't know what else we can do
Yeah,
as the
with that one.
citizens to help to curb crime or put a thing on it because I personally feel that crime is something that is a business, and some of the times um, there's more to it than we see. One and two, there is a generation that grew up without parenting
Mhm.
and don't know God none
We
at
did
all.
touch on it as you say that. We
You understand
earlier
me?
we spoke about it from that point of view about how we can make a difference was with our children and children that are in our surrounding.
Mhm.
So we did touch on that a little.
But we get you, Marty. We get you.
Yeah.
Farming
We
with
need.
Colleen and more. I,
Oh,
hey,
night,
brother,
night.
hi, good night.
Good
Good to
night.
have you. Good to have you.
Yeah, you don't have to
So,
talk.
Carly says you don't have to talk about mix up.
Yeah.
Parenting is a nice topic,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, yeah, yeah. So do mix up and so forth. We talk about positive things. We talk about how persons can help each other. And of course, parenting. I think we did something on
Yeah,
parenting
we
too.
just touched it
We
a
never we
little.
never probably call the name, but we probably can.
Oh, we can go
And,
into
and
it
and
some
remember,
more.
no, what most of what we will speak about is going to be based on our own personal experience. There is a generic type of thing we could do, like we get somebody's book and read the person's book or read whatever.
Yeah.
We want to be real, like you can say anything with the leads and talk about as something we experience or we see it for true or we can relate. You understand me? We can relate to it. That is how we build our our conversation. We want it to be something where tangible, something where you can literally say, yeah, man, I've been through that, I'm experienced that,
Really helpful, yeah.
and it can be helpful because we don't want to be the face of perfection per se, but we want to be real that you can say, okay, I see that, we hear about it, and I choose
You
that,
can
I can
identify, you
identify
can
with it.
help if you never hear, or if you literally go into a situation at the end of the talk, there must be some points that were given that could maybe help or point you into the avenues of how to get the help. Basically, not
Mhm.
just to talk alone, but at the end of it, there should be some benefit,
So
you know.
Ron says, I'd love for you guys to touch on topic. Is it okay for two Christians to get a prenup before marriage? I was discussing it a few days with my church members. Okay,
Yeah, that's a good one. We could even start
that's
now.
a good one.
Well,
No,
time is going.
we're going to build on that for you, Ron.
Yeah, but yes, Ron,
We're going to build on that.
definitely. We're taking
Um,
down that one.
well, to be honest, we can give a review on it a little bit now. Yeah, you can
Well,
talk now.
my opinion is no, right off the bat. I believe that two Christians, both of you are walking in the faith, and right there alone should be trust. You understand? There should be trust there, so from the get go. From the fact that you're a child of God now, you should look at things differently in a more positive light, in a more trusting way, and so forth. So what I know prenup to be is okay if you're unsure about certain issues and you don't want to be robbed out of what is yours. You understand? You have that. And if you feel that it's unfair, you know, to be giving your spouse something from what you're coming with. I mean, that's a deeper issue. That's a real deeper issue. So I believe that as a Christian, no, that's not needed because you should already be trustworthy and all of that.
So Marlene says she's torn on prenups.
Mhm.
Um, let me tell you, I I I I would say if you have to get a prenup, it stems to be deeper
Than just
than
just what the paper really meant for.
well, in the sense that if you think you have to get a prenup, it means then the relationship you have is not what you're really
We're
supposed to be.
supposed to be.
I don't think prenup has a place in the life of two
Children
children of
of
God
God.
who deciding to come together,
Right, I should be
because it means then there's not total, complete honesty
and
and
trust.
disclosure and trust. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Um, you see, love supposed to go way beyond physical possession, and love supposed to go beyond um what somebody have.
Mm-hmm.
And in other words, if I came into the relationship with 70% and the other person have 30%, it shouldn't matter,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if you have a consideration to getting a prenup, that means you need to have the conversation with the person we are talk to, and have an open conversation. And if a prenup is not something you feel comfortable with, and the person is comfortable with it, maybe they're not the right person for you. Because somewhere along the line they'll come back aren't you.
And because I believe that once you have a prenup, you're already setting up yourself to make sure that you don't come out at a loss for whatever it is you have acquired. You don't you're thinking at the basis of okay, this is mine, and I don't necessarily want to come out at a loss or for that particular individual to gain more than they should. So it's as if you're already entering the relationship with an issue before there really need to be an issue. And when you have a motive in that particular way, you tend to want to protect that motive and to ensure that this not reach me, no, this is mine and it can't allow. So there's already some preconceived notion of what you think is going to go down.
You know who Farmer Colleen is? Sister Moody.
And she's in, I think she's in West Holland. She does her thing.
That's saying it's her.
Yeah, man.
Hi,
It's
yes,
her.
Sister Moody. Yeah, so Carly, Carlene says, for me, prenup is for people who are married for a second time.
Oh,
It should not be for a new couple. Marlene says, as Christians, we are humans, and we short circuit at times. but
yeah,
but
but
I don't know. The short circuit happen because you can decide when I go eat tonight or who I go
yeah.
cook.
Don't let
But
it be
short circuit
about.
and say, boy, you're tea for for your partner, or you can't wait for him dead or she dead if you
Take with
if you
them
take for
well
them
tar
wealth.
their gain.
Huh?
You know, the reality of this situation, if I should look at it from that angle, it would be that okay, so you know the person which you they know the person which you have married then, right?
No,
And
I think before you go into marriage, that must be
it
discussed
must be dealt. That's my point. It must be dealt
because
with.
you don't want to. Well, the truth is, if you get married, you'd have either signed or not signed a prenup. But you can't you can't you have to make sure that the both of you are on the same page, right? And if the both of you agree to prenup, what are the conditions? Why you decide that you want to go that route? I honestly believe that a prenup is saying that there's not fully trusted.
That's how I receive it. Still. Maybe because I'm not a person getting married with
You,
this large, maybe amount of assets to lose or what have you. But the mental or how I think about it, if I'm gonna get married to you, it simply means that you worth my time, you worth my energy, you worth just about anything that I have to give.
mm-hmm.
And because I feel that you worth it, because I don't think my assets would be more important than me. And if I'm allowing you into my life to be my spouse, I want to believe that I'm the most important asset, no matter how wealthy I may be. I understand and what have you. Unless it's a situation like Carlene said, if it's a second marriage or you're married in a second time, where when you know that okay, I've given my all to someone and they have hurt me and I've lost a lot, and you know that break down trust, and I'm having some trust issues, then I can understand. If the person is having some trust issues because of former hurt, even in that department, then I could understand. But at the end of the day, we would have to after that person, after a while, we would have to revisit that because I would want to know that there will be growth after you get to know each other better, and then just to the mere fact that there is growth, and because I don't want your things, but I want to know that your mind towards me, have grown and become pure, and all of that, because then I would have to show you enough. You understand? But for it to just be there forever, no, I don't think that way, because sometimes those things, you see, it becomes a problem, especially if the party who have implemented it had passed. God forbid, and the party have passed, and you may come comfortable and forget about that being in the room. Then it become issues with family members, and all of this ugly negative thing wherein that need not to be. So it's a very important topic, an issue that have to be dealt with.
But I believe if you strongly believe in a prenup, it means that there's underlying issues that you have
To deal with.
and they have to be dealt with. Now, if you deal with those issues and you're still going to it, it is best that your partner is mutually agreeing with it, because your partner shouldn't feel away about it either.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the both, as you say, two can work unless they agree. So if it is that you're going to do a prenup, it must be that your partner says, no, no problem with that, no problem, man. If you want to do a prenup, we do a prenup, no problem. Versus you want to do a prenup and the other person don't believe in prenup. that to me is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Because prenup is a very serious thing. It carries weight, and people, if anybody who holds it and even make the suggestion, it holds weight for them. And if it holds weight for them, it's not something we're going to brush aside easily. So it must be that if you're date somebody, and in the conversation and in the dating conversation, that conversation, that topic have to come up to, because I want to know what the person's mind
Mine
is,
is.
and
And
the person is in alignment, and then and for Uno, it's just a matter of either you're not there, go ahead. But if the person hold dear said no, I don't believe in one, you can, that is a
I mean, if
recipe for
somebody is going
disaster.
to marry me with a prenup, it's going to let me think. I say, okay, so what you have is yours. So bear in mind, so what I have is mine. So it's just something that have to be taken seriously and both persons have to agree.
Hmm.
You know, because it can really put a big damper, really, because and it worse for the motive of the prenup. Because there's some person who literally believes that you never work for this, you nag. You understand? Well, if that's the way you see me, then I'm gonna have to okay then me have to look out for myself. I don't want to start a marriage knowing that me have to look out for myself and you have to look out for yourself. I don't want to look at easy man skin. But if it's a situation where two persons say, okay, whatever, you have your prenup and whatever.
So So hear what Carlin says,
Everybody
and then
different.
Marlon and Rowan followed afterwards. A lot of people only marry someone because of what that person has. So that's why most people sign prenups. True. So again, if you enter marriage, you have to enter for the right reason.
I remember they're
And the
Christians.
person, well, she never specified. She said most people, a lot of people do it, right? But if you want to be specific, we want to Christians, right?
Rowan did
So
say
as
Christian.
Christians have different principles
Mm.
going into marriage. But sadly, even in Christian marriages or in Christianity, people still marry because of what them say and because of what people possess. Right? So Marlene says yes, Carlene agreeing. So Ron, I really get what you guys are saying, but for me, I'm lost. I never really see any happy divorce. No, that is where the problem comes.
That's the problem.
If in the back of your mind, yeah, say, yo, man, this is just in case me divorce,
It's gonna
it's
come.
gonna
The
come.
divorce is gonna come.
What you give your attention to,
That's what
that is what you will experience. That is what is gonna come. Um, and I think that's the fear. The fear is, imagine if this don't work out, then we have got divorce, and then all of me have. I know of persons who, like even Steve Harvey said he married twice. The first two
two
marriage,
times.
he lost everything the first two times, and I know he's married a third time, and this one look like it's going good. So I guess that is the purpose of persons. But me don't know. I mean, me not, you may think there's a level of naivety in our thoughts or in our thinking, but the truth is, I don't see why you're going to waste your time, date somebody, court them, marry them, and then go divorce. I believe spend the time to know the person.
That's what I was waiting to say.
Just spend the time to, and don't be taken away by or in six pack or in
Yeah,
car or whatever. Get to know the person. Don't
it's
be
like
distracted by how she shape the
shape.
cars and whatever. Get to know the person. If you get to know the person, be genuine about it, and once you genuinely flow with the person, I mean, then things will come up as issue.
It's like the other day I was listening to Oprah, one of Oprah's motivational videos,
Mm,
Oprah Winfrey, and as she was saying, she said, when somebody show you who they are, stop making excuse not to see what the person is showing you, who they are.
mm,
So I think this is what happens a lot in the world and even in church. There are some marriages wherein the person see the person for who they are. That so the person love money. The person love money, and you can tell because you're gonna know the person for a while. And if you see that the person love money or the person I seek out you for what you have. See it for what it is. Don't just sit and say, no, man, she will change or it will change. Because if you see that it's a possibility that you know, say he or she go want me things, so me need a prenup, chances are that's the realness of the situation. So if you see that already, you already see that there's no true hope for this being a long term, a forever relationship. And that's where people make the mistake a lot of time. They make too much things cover up what the gut is telling about individuals, even before they pop the question and those things. But I believe that when you're making a lifelong decision to marry someone, it's not a joke. It is really not a joke. And you have to ensure that you see enough to make that decision to know, so, okay, this I can live with, that I can live with. I don't think this is going to work. If you think it's not going to work and you have to implement a prenup, it simply means that that's not the relationship for you to get married in.
And Marlene is saying that boy, you know, we live in a real world and deception is out there.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true.
It's real.
And she's saying that boy, she would never problem in saying a prenup if her husband is wealthy. Makes you prove him wrong. That is true too.
That is true too.
Because the truth is, and I know a lot of person, mainly male, who have money, them bring up they bring up the question about prenup to see the reaction that the lady will give.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? And most of the men them who will say who initiate the conversation, if the woman is willing to sign it, most of the time the men don't sign none. Why? Because I said that means say your heart in the right place. But anybody willing to sign it, most of the time I say,
So
oh,
it's
so
a
you want to make
test.
sure, yeah. So you want to make sure if anything go wrong, you can take off of my things. All right, cool.
Or
You're the right one for me
I
then.
can understand in the situation with the 90-day fiance. There's a
Mm-hmm.
thing on MTV 90-day fiance where this man he is a
TLC.
big TLC. Thank you. He's a
Mm-hmm.
big man. He has big children. This little young girl that he brought in from the Philippines to get married to could be his daughter. He's a big man. He could be the girl like grandfather even. And he has a lot of assets because of course he's divorced, him having family and living life already, and fascinated with this little young girl from the Philippines. And he tell her that I'm gonna marry you, but I needed to sign a prenup. And she was offended. She did it, but she was offended. And in that situation, I could understand because she is really young. She is really young, and even though he is the one who wants her, and him could be her grandfather, I'm not a prince, and she was offended, but she still got married to him. And when I look at it, me say, you know what, this man have already lived his life, and to me, it's like he's marrying not necessarily for love.
Why not?
She's so young.
You
How
know,
long
matter
can
age
they
is a
have?
number.
No, but that's the
Age
point,
is a
though.
number.
He already have his big children and his ex-wife. So in that
That's a good topic. You
situation,
know, is age really just a number?
not in that situation, because
Okay.
that girl is what? She was what? 19 going on 20? It's man, it's 90
No, no,
day
me not
fiance.
debate that.
No, we
I
watch it, but
probably
I guess you don't remember. And I was saying that this thing is it's like incest. You're such a big old man and you're gonna marry
no,
that
no, no. Incest is when you have marriage.
your family
Ah,
member,
so it's
right?
not
But
incest.
nevertheless, that's the point though. Even though it's not his family, his daughter is
Mhm.
even older than her. Even though the daughter didn't get the concept, why would he want to get married again to somebody who is younger than her? I mean, so in that sense, to each his own, because that one needs a prenup. That one needs it. And the girl was offended because she said, if he loves her, why? But you know the reason why I honestly think that relationship needs a prenup? Because I've seen in other shows on TLC the same 90-day fiance, wherein
I
after
mean,
they
who?
get the green card, after some of them get the green card, they dish the person's dirt. That's
Mhm.
we literally see that. So in that instance, I can
And
understand.
to me, those situations are different.
It's different.
If you walk up and buck up on Jane and you know it's love at first sight and you exchange numbers and you go down a couple of dates, some of it, and then you start really getting to know the person. I think it's a total different situation from when you have this planned thing where you hope say it works, but you're not really I work it from the ground.
Grown,
You
yeah.
work it from the point of trying to make sure
That's
say
why I said
boy
I agree
you
with
reach
Corleen.
somewhere.
If it's a second marriage and so forth.
Mhm.
Please.
I is Ali
Ali.
Ilt and
That's my brother.
oh, that's your brother.
Yeah,
Hi,
hi bro,
Alwyn.
welcome.
Blessings.
Good to have you. Good to have you,
Yeah.
Halloween. That's
I don't
true.
know. I don't know.
If
To
you know
each
the
his
person is
own.
a
To each
Yamed,
his
you
own.
should have it. Cause there's some person, ladies
I
are
am, but why,
Yamed.
why deal with an Yamed? Why deal with some?
You
Why
want,
waste
you
your time?
won't, most of you won't, but
Why
the
waste
truth
your
is,
time?
there are a lot of young men who are hot, and there's a lot of men out there. The only thing they pay attention to is hotness. If you really
The
tell the
motive has to be
situation,
right.
the motive
The
has to
motive
be
has to be
right.
right.
Ryan said,
Mhm.
Rowan said,
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of people get
get
married
married.
thinking of divorce. Think they're going to get divorced. I agree,
They don't think about it, but the signs are there if they pay
but
attention.
the thing about it, Ron, a divorce don't happen overnight,
Oh my God.
and sometimes, most of the time, people just ignore what them seeing.
Yeah.
Them ignore what them seeing, and when you ignore what you say, you don't, just prepare for deal with it because I just think it's a waste of time to know say you don't like something, you know say something offend you,
I
you know
still.
say you can't live with this, but because the sex was good, because she can walk it good, yeah, you understand me? I say, or because she looks good on your hand, on your arm, why you still go into it? That don't make no sense. That don't make no
Man is
sense.
sharing something.
You know,
Yeah, no make no sense, but you have people in the world who
someone says
don't think.
my girlfriend overseas fell in love with one of her minister. They courted, then got married, and he turned
Turns
out
out to be
to be
one
one
big,
big fake.
you see, and him a minister man. I tell you.
Um,
Me not make you laugh, Molly, but me have to laugh
um,
because them a fake it out, them bad.
separated in less than three
3 months.
months. No, you tell
Boy,
me.
I can't tell you, boy.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't play with my family wealth. I love you. I love you, but um, uh,
That one they
we
hit me
live in.
though. Me not
No,
like
no, it don't really hit me never
him did
because
overseas minister. Me
when you
look
see
like empty.
when you look at what is really
Happening.
art, I'm gonna say this, and I don't care if it sounds controversial. A whole heap of churches are not
Built
teaching the
on.
Bible.
Their
A
foundation is not
whole heap
really
of
the
churches
Bible.
not preaching the Bible. They might preach excitement.
Yeah.
They might preach prosperity. Nothing wrong with prosperity. Nothing is wrong with being happy and joyful in the Lord. But they are not helping the people them to develop a relationship with God. There's no way you can develop and know God for yourself
Yeah.
and be fake about anything at all.
Anything, yeah. That's why.
Because God is going to first show you yourself, and then if you and then whomever you beat you with, sadly though, you have some situation where the communication in the relationship needs to be improved, and people need to be considerate of each other.
Yeah.
But you're still going to, if both parties are in alignment with God and them know God for themselves, when them come together, there will be a mutual discussion and a mutual understanding as to the way forward. You understand me? And there's no way you can know God for yourself and be a fake person. Not possible. A lot of times, sensationalism take over church,
Yeah.
and what the person can sing, what the person can preach. You don't have to be anointed to can preach.
Anointed, yeah.
You can
Just
just
have to good
preach.
with words.
You can know put your words together. You can go theological seminary and learn up for this or whatever. But you don't necessarily have to be anointed. You can just go preach. But an anointed servant of God is not going to be fake.
And by the fruits you shall know them. The Bible tells you that. So the key thing is to know the word of God
And,
for yourself.
and that's the other
You know,
thing.
when a man is gonna call you and tell you that he's gonna spit in your face for you to receive or healing and do all kind of gigolo stuff, that alone should make you even stop and think. Stop and think and look into it. Where in the Bible was it said that this should be done? And people get so gullible with a lot of the theatrical movement and things, as they were saying. Too much of it. And then the music. And look out for those churches who love to play the organ too much when, as the man said 2 words. Because that trick people in some sort of frenzy. And then, so you don't spend time to hear what he's saying, the word said.
So holy for entertainment going to church.
Beautiful entertainment.
And it is sad. It is sad because you're playing with people's lives.
Yeah.
You understand me? I say, um, it happened locally too, but it happened more so foreign. You understand me? So when somebody comment, Martin says, but if people fight for their marriage, Carlin, sorry, if you fight for their marriage and work on themselves, they can avoid a divorce.
Yeah.
That is true. Carlin says, I say we live in a real world full of all kind of people. Listen, my friend in an apostolic is an apostolic, and the church preach the truth, but you have to have wolves in sheep clothing.
Sheep clothing.
Yeah, so give it time.
That's true, Lord.
Ruan no, that was
That's
Marley.
Marley?
Yeah. So Ruan says, so when I was talking to my church members, a lot of them were women, and they were saying the same thing that you guys are saying. And then when I turn around and ask them if you would find and ask them what if you find a husband that do not have a job, would you spend all your money on the person? They all said no.
Well,
How is that fair
that's
if
not
you marry
fair.
for love?
And beautiful, no, beautiful, Ron. Let me address that right away. I think that's a beautiful, when you're a single person, that's a beautiful communication.
What a good
piece.
one.
And right away, right there, so you should make what will you call it, your intellectual decision. Yeah, because right away you know that that's double standard, and you can't. As much as people try to pretend like they're not gold diggers, because they're in a church too. That's how you pick it out. You see. Don't just see something like that right off the bat and say, wait. But they're all biased right here, and then them look so nice and so friendly till you overlook it. Don't overlook it. That's it. No, that's all right. That's the right type of communication to have, because right away you don't see it for yourself right there. So say, okay,
You know, I said
I see you.
on a big man level, guys. If I didn't know Jesus Christ, I would not be a Christian.
That is what me say it already too.
If I did not know Jesus Christ, I would not be a
never know
Christian.
him
I would
already.
not come. In fact, I don't call myself Christian. I call
Child of
myself a
God.
child of God or a follower of Christ.
Yeah, too much
The
tricksters.
thing about it is this: from my own personal experience, I'm not perfect yet. Moving
That's
on to
true,
perfection,
Carla.
right? But
Okay.
from my own personal experience, there's no way you can get close to God and not be real.
I don't change.
And there's no way you can know God for yourself and not be honest with yourself, and worse about if somebody interested. It's like if somebody is don't have no sexual organs. So them is a they call like well, yeah, say you know for right, and but you go church and whatever,
Yeah.
and say you I mean this is how you are born, but the person who's looking and see her sing for the choir, see her do all manner of things,
And I
right?
approach
And the person approach you, and you're gonna tell you want lead the person on, and that say to the person, I was born in this condition. We I don't think this would make sense because I would not be able to participate sexually in a sexual activity based on how I was born. I know maybe that person would feel a way if you want to tell somebody, but if somebody come close enough to you, if you want to date you, if you want to be with you, I think it's only fair that you'd be honest with the person and say, boy, this would not work out because of this.
Yeah, that is true.
That is, and I use that as an example to say, why would you not be honest?
And
with
don't put
yourself.
yourself. All right. I
Why would
would
you be
say
honest with somebody?
the person is a human being, right? I would say in that situation, the person is a human being. And if God forbid, well, not God forbid, but no, me pass a stage with
Mhm.
them, right? Say, for instance, I was in that situation. I would live myself in such a circumspect way that I wouldn't put myself in the position any time to have that conversation with anybody.
No,
Because
no,
first of
no
all,
more person gonna be attracted to you, whether or not
that's
whether or not
well, there's a way to live your life to stay out of that without enclosing. You understand me? Enclosing that you're going through such a situation because a
you
lot
mean
of people, if
disclosing.
right,
No, no, but
without
no, no,
disclosing,
no, no,
so
no. But
you
if
can put people down. There's a way to deal with individuals.
Mhm.
Then no, no, I'm not interested in something without have to be going into detail to put yourself in that embarrassing.
Well, no,
Because there's
it
some
can be
persons mouth.
embarrassing.
Some persons are like that. There's you're surprised to see how many men don't hold their mouth, and because some of them we even turn around and gossip about it. You understand? So I mean, just live in such a way that you don't have to go that far to explain anybody your personal business like that. But
Well,
for the individuals now who indulge in communication and with people as if leading on people and know that they don't have that capacity. You understand?
mhm.
To be with someone, now that's a whole different thing. You
But
understand?
I raise the issue on the basis of honesty, right?
Yeah.
Um, and at the same time, going back to everyone, they say when them church sisters, them say, boy, them would them not took up the broke man.
Yeah.
But yet they will take a rich man because as far as I'm
Them a gold
concerned,
digger.
the rich man can contribute to whatever. And the truth is, I mean, I've heard other persons, I've heard ladies say this. Listen, the man, the man you're dating or you're courting, whatever, may not be may not be rich. I have a big job, but if them have ambition and if them love you, that's all you need. Why? Because love will make sure so that me as the man will do everything it takes to take care of you. If me go sweep the road, me gonna do it. If me go sell buckle, me gonna do it. Why? Because the love I have for you propels me to taking care of you. So
Should be vice versa.
if it is that them see that them would spend would marry somebody where broke, that means that them for their mentality in the right leader
If
one.
me man and any woman tell me
For
that,
their mentality in the right
me just
leader.
say, okay, that's all
So
right.
so be careful when you look at that group, Ron, if you're not yet married. Be careful to look into that group. Make sure say
You walk far from that group. Walk far from that group. Most of
because
the
if they're not willing, if they're not willing to marry this money we not have no, we not have no for money, then that means something wrong with
and
them too.
me can understand if there are some ladies who don't believe in struggle. But with that being said, it cannot mean that you're gonna sit down and wait for Mr. the man with the whole heap of money come for you, sit down and deplete it. It
The
cannot
only thing
mean
about that
that.
is that sometimes them sit down and wait, the
Mm-mm.
one who comes along,
Trick them.
treat them because of the motive why they're waiting. So if they, say if so, because the truth is, most lady show what them want from the get go. If I'm money, they must say, they must call me. Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I do this
That's
for me?
one piece of
Can I do that for
bring
me?
situation.
And quite frankly, a man who have money, I go see it and say, okay, this is what you're here for. All right, cool. I'm just string you on for a while and then just drop your boom like a hot bread
They
or
call
like a
him.
hot pot. Just drop your same quickly. You understand me?
Carlene said some people got married for the wrong reason. That's true.
Don't waste your time.
Don't bother wasting
Don't
time.
waste your time. Don't waste your time. So everyone know you're gonna start off a fire. But
It's time.
time is gone, and we just want to say these are these unlike other topics we're going to touch on. Um, and of course, your interaction is what we crave, especially when we do the lives. So for those who came on and shared and gave their views, um, do it more often because we normally come with our lives and we come with topics, but the
Yeah.
topics we don't want to be the one just dictating or
Yeah.
talking. We love to have it as interactive as we had
As
it
it
tonight.
for now.
You understand me? But again, guys, we're celebrating 1 year on YouTube, and we want to thank you for your support. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching the video for the first, second, and third time and you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting on? Subscribe and turn on the post notification bell that whenever we upload a video, you will be able to we want among the first to be notified. All right.
Yeah.
And so we want to say good night. Yes, Marty, very good interaction. We want to say until our next live, until our next video. We want to say God blessings. We want to say to you thanks again for 1 year.
Yeah.
For the support right through Rowan,
Yes,
through
Rowan, Carly, Marlene, and
Lioness,
yeah,
Andre, them, Abe, all of them.
Alwyn, it was good to have
Good to
you.
have
That's a
you.
beautiful
Yeah, Sister
surprise.
Moody.
Sister Moody,
Yeah, good
and
to
all
see you
the
too.
others who didn't, and Carly,
Yeah.
Marlene, who's always there to Rowan. Trust me, when we get monetized, we need a trophy for Rowan. Rowan, I live way out for true.
Rowan, all you do is go back to this live and watch a video, make sure Michelle get a trophy, yeah? Because she has several trophy.
I mean, there's so many first.
I'm not making any promises. I'm going to get that juju or one peanut or something.
And when you come to Jamaica, you come visit us.
Yeah, we come visit us. But guys, again, thanks for the support. Thanks for the interaction. We appreciate love you guys. Craig, I hope you're watching. I know Carlin is commenting. So I hope you are watching. Craig, blessings to you. It has been a while since we link up. All right. So until our next live though, and until our next upload, we're saying God bless. And we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you guys.
Thanks
love
guys.
And
Thanks guys. 1 year, one more year to go, and another year. All right. Blessings.